What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we got chosen on the channel. We want to talk about the new event, kind of like how are you guys feeling about the event? Because we're gonna have to work towards an event as an entire community just to select the rewards for another event that we gotta complete as single players. So I want to kind of like get your take on it, guys. So let us know in the comments down below. Plus, we want to talk about the events that feature skins, like the Kale skin, for example, giving fragments for skins and all sort of stuff. I want to get a bit of feedback on all this from the entire community, and I have chosen on the channel to kind of like give me his take on the whole situation as well. What's up, Chosen? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Skratch? Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So probably you've seen, right? You're familiar with the event that we have. Is one of a kind. It's gonna take like around a month and something, right? Is the Talerian summer trials. We actually got some freebies as well yesterday for it. So if you didn't have a chance to log in the game just yet, make sure you do it. You get energy, arena refill, sorry, for normal arena and 3v3. Plus you're getting multi battles. But basically, this is an event where all of us as a community we're gonna have to participate together. So from Monday, July 18 till Thursday, August 18. So an entire month of craziness, of madness. How are you feeling about this event? You're very familiar with it, right, Chosen?
Yeah, I mean, as familiar as I can be, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool idea. It's a cool concept to have like a community goal. They've done things like this before when they like promote a content creator or something and they say, if this content creator gets to 25,000 subs, we'll give everybody this and stuff like that. So it's not completely foreign to them, but I think this is really cool to get people, as long as they pull it off right and it's realistic and the rewards are good. Which the free pack they gave out yesterday was really good. It's one of the best free packs they've ever given out.
Absolutely, like 10 arena refills for normal arena, 10 for a 3v3, 10 energy refills, and 500 multi battles for free. Definitely welcomed. Now, if we're gonna have a look at the list of goals that we gotta achieve as a community, guys, it seems massive, I know. One thing that we gotta understand, hopefully, I'm kind of like being optimistic here, Plarium is well aware of their statistics. Like, they know how many arena fights are going through the entire game every month, how many clan boss runs we're doing every month, etc. So, I feel like as long as they kind of selected a decent goal for it, knowing that the community will be able to achieve it. They won't be making something impossible. But I feel like with all these things that they've put here on the screen, the goals, they know that we don't know what statistics they have, basically. So I feel like they're kind of like hoping that they're going to make us farm even more than we normally do. They're going to check if they have an increase in their statistics, if the event is successful, and probably we're going to be getting more sort of events like this. What do you think about it, Chosen?
Yeah, they know all the metrics for sure. So I'm sure they've kind of scaled this around what they can expect to be going on this month and so on based on what they saw like last year in July and stuff. So I would anticipate they're going to be realistic because they're going to want people to be hyped up about achieving it for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I think too. So for 250 million arena offense battles, man, we're getting one epic skill tome. If we're doing the tag team arena, the same. 250 million fights, we're getting a legendary skill tome. Then for the Dragon Slayer, we gotta do 15 million runs to get 300 energy. For the Ice Golem, only 1 million. They know that nobody farms that. The only thing that I kind of have a bit of a issue with is that they kind of like blocked it on stage 25. I feel like if they were putting stage 20 to stage 25, was gonna feel better overall and it was gonna be received a bit better by the entire community because so many people are new to the game. Like, this game constantly brings in new players, the end game players, they're most of the time quitting the game, and new players coming in all the time. So I feel like the majority of the players are not at stage 25 yet, and I feel like maybe they feel a bit more like not part of the entire process,
Yeah, no, I wish it was just beat the Dragon's Lair this many times instead of I agree with that. And we could also almost kind of reverse engineer this, like based on how many runs the average endgame player does a week, and we could almost like not perfectly, but we could get like a semi-accurate prediction of how many active players there are farming these stages almost.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do quite a few. Like probably, I would say in my good days when I was actually going mad on the game, like farming constantly, and like most of the end game whales are doing. I was probably doing, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 600 runs a day on a dungeon. So I feel like
Yeah, but see, you wouldn't be the average.
I know that's the thing.
Yeah.
So that will bring in the whales, which are quite a few actually, and the average person in the game probably does 10 runs a day, 20 maximum on a dungeon, because they're doing Minotaur, they're doing potions, they're doing campaign, they're doing some dungeons. They're working on everything, build champions, farm gear, so the average person doesn't have access to tons of energy. So I feel like they're probably doing, on average, I would say at around 10 to 20 dungeon runs a day. The average
Yeah,
person.
that's what I was gonna guess. And so, Fire Knight's probably one of the most popular. Or wait, so they've got Spider at 17. Oh, it's because there's a Spider tournament going on, huh?
Yeah,
That's why.
probably, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why they put Spider as like the way. So 17,500, and since there's a tournament going on, if the average person did like 50 runs, that'd be 350,000 players.
Mm.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the thing is, they've put Spider higher because on their statistics, on their metrics, is definitely showing it higher than any other dungeon. And the whole reason
Yep.
for it is because of CVC. So when we have clan versus clans, I feel like pretty much every single person in the clans that are trying to draw points on CVC are always doing Spider over other dungeon during CVC, and that always inflates the dungeon, as a farm overall, and we end up having like insane numbers from that dungeon. So I feel like that's why they've put it higher, and maybe they're kind of like following in that way. You see, the dragon is at 15 million, and then they knock it down to 5.5 million at the Fire Knight, which is a substantial drop from the previous ones,
Yeah, but the Ice Golem way down there, obviously.
Yeah, 1 million. Like nobody farms the Ice Golem. Let's be serious. The gear,
Well, especially outside of a tournament or an event, like you're not just gonna randomly do the Ice Golem.
exactly. Like the gear, there are some decent sets, a couple of them. But even when you sell the gear, you're not getting as much silver like from the other dungeons, so it's not that great. Then we have 4.5 million Hydra Keys, man. That's pretty crazy, eh? For one XP barrel. I'm curious if that's gonna be completed.
Yeah, because 4.5 million, and each person only does 3 a week, right?
Yeah.
That means that's 1.5 million players hitting the Hydra. That's if that's true. Raid is a very healthy game. I mean, think about it. Like these games, like New World and stuff. Even when they launched, with all the hype, they had like 900,000 players. So if they've got 1.5 million people actively hitting the Hydra every week, that would be insane if we hit that goal.
Yeah, but this is for a month, so it's actually kind of like split it in 4.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, duh. I don't know why I'm brain farting. Yeah, so you got to divide that by 4. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, because that would be in line. That'd be 375k. Like the other one, we predicted like 350k. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was brain farting there for a second.
But that's still pretty solid to get so many people to do Hydra.
For sure. Yeah, because 375,000 people doing Hydra, and that's not including like all of the super beginners, which most players are going to be casual beginners if you look at a player base in general. So yeah, that would be pretty nuts if we hit that Hydra goal.
40 million clan boss keys for a void shard and 3.5 million stage 21 on faction crypts. Fairly decent. Void shard, legendary cures. I wish I would have seen a sacred shard in here as well. Now the whole idea behind it is that the event that we're gonna get after, like the champion training event, which is gonna require us to complete all this in order to put our hand on all the goodies, is gonna be super easy. So it's kind of like a pre-fusion event where you're just gonna go in, snap your fingers for 5 seconds every day, and complete it, basically, something like that, So that's the whole idea behind it. Sounds good. As long as they've put decent goals in here for the entire community to be able to achieve, I feel like, yeah, I'm all game to have other events like this in the future, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below as well, guys. What do you think of the whole concept of the tournament, the event? I feel like it's nice to have the entire community working on something. I just wish, how Chosen said as well, just remove the stage requirement on the dungeon, so kind of like everybody feels engaged, you know, like the entire community can feel part of it. Now, one more quick thing that I want to cover in today's video, guys, is the Scarlet Masquerade Kale skin. And in order to get these skins, we gotta collect fragments, right? We gotta complete specific tournaments and stuff like that in order to get the fragments. And we do have requirements on what champions we can use. Epic champions only, champions from specific factions, using only rare champions, and stuff like that. Now, how do we feel about the whole skin concept being split into fragments? Let us know in the comments down below. As a community, you guys think that this is a great idea to get the skin as fragments, or just give us the skin, you know? Like, how do you feel about this, Chosen? Like, this is something that I haven't really seen in any other game, and I feel like they took a bit of a bad example copying the fragment fusions, you know? I wish, like, they were just giving you the skin, you know?
Yeah, obviously I would prefer that. But they're probably trying to do it at a realistic pace. They can crank out skins. Like, if they just give away a skin every single tournament, you know, they're gonna have to be producing them insanely fast. So they're probably trying to just slow down the acquisition of the player base on getting these skins. In general, I'm all for it. It spices up tournaments and events a little bit, and you know, there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the aesthetics and the customization of their champions and stuff. So, you know, it's a pretty popular way to kind of implement some monetization into a game based on cosmetics that doesn't make the game more pay to win, but helps the developers generate more revenue to kind of support the game long term. So mostly I'm okay with it.
Got it. Yeah. From that point of view, actually, from that perspective, like, they're trying to delay it a bit. It definitely makes sense, but I feel like they could make like a special tournament every now and then where they give the skin, and not like only to the first person in the bracket, you know, like for everybody, you know, or they something like that, like a massive tournament with sub tournaments or something like that, you know. So then people can all.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
can all. I feel like would be a bit better for the community. And when you get fragments, I'm gonna get 50 fragments. I feel like, what am I gonna do with 50 fragments right now? You know, like, why not let me get the whole skin instead of the 50 fragments? Maybe it's just my idea here. It's just not clicking with that idea, you know. But that was pretty much all for this video, guys. I just kind of want to take your point of views as well regarding the events. Chosen, appreciate you being on the channel, brother. The link will be in the description down below, so make sure you guys head over and check out his channel, and we'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.
You bet. Yep, thanks. Peace.